Welcome to Catholic Views. I'm your host, Renee Kranz. On today's show, we will have Deacon John Devlin and his wife. I almost said Jeff Devlin. I don't know where that came from. Deacon John Devlin and his wife, Mary, in the studio to tell us about their journey to the diaconate. If you know Deacon Devlin, he's been in the Sioux Falls area for quite a while. And he is very involved in deacon formation as well. So you may know him. Lots of people in the area do. So please join us for their story. Got a little peek into the humor of God in part of it, because it's definitely there. So first we have, I almost said Bishop. I have almost called you so many different
I have
things.
so many. I'm just waiting for your holiness.
Your Excellency or something.
Your Eminence.
Dr. Chris Bergwald here with some Biblical Bites with Dr. B. Not Bishop B.
Thanks.
Dr. B.
That's true. Yeah, that definitely will not
happen anytime in this lifetime.
or the next.
Right.
Because that doesn't happen. Right. Anyway, what is today, Renee?
I think it's the 12th Sunday of Ordinary Time.
You thought right.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to focus on, we've talked about this before, first reading, responsorial psalm, gospel are thematically connected.
Right.
So because we have a little bit of time, I'm going to read, and the first reading is short. It's from Job. I'm going to read the first reading, short as it is, and see if you can guess the theme that comes up, especially in the gospel. So this is from Job chapter 38. The Lord addressed Job out of the storm and said, "Who shut within doors the sea when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment, and thick darkness its swaddling bands? When I set the limits for it, and fastened the bar of its door, and said, Thus far shall you come, but no farther, and here shall your proud waves be stilled." So the Lord's speaking to Job. Basically, so context here, he's kind of putting Job in his place a little bit. Like, all right, where were you when I did this, that, and the other thing? And the focus here, now I'm starting to
I feel like it's maybe baptism.
Oh, good guess, but
no. Wrong.
This is where God is basically telling Job, where were you when I told the sea this far and no farther?
I'm God and you're not. That's
Let's go to the gospel reading.
I missed on both counts, apparently.
You're close.
Okay.
We're again year B, so it's Mark's gospel. On that day, you can stop me. This is where you buzz in when you know, okay?
Okay.
On that day, as evening drew on, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let us cross to the other side." Leaving the crowd, they took Jesus with them in the boat just as he was, and other boats were with them. A violent squall came up.
So they're connecting when Jesus walks on water or stops the storm. Sorry, controls the storm.
Yes,
and then,
but do you remember the detail that Mark especially?
No, and I didn't let you read it. Apparently,
I know. Yeah, so you're right. But there's a telling detail. A violent squall came up, and waves were breaking over the boat, so that it was already filling up. Jesus was in the stern,
napping.
Asleep on a cushion.
Yes.
Mark tells us that little detail, by the way, which he probably got from Peter, that Jesus was napping on the cushion.
And
Teacher.
It probably wasn't just like, Jesus was napping on a cushion, but Jesus was napping on a cushion.
Exactly. Can you believe it? They woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up, rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Quiet, be still." The wind ceased, and there was great calm. Then he asked them, "Why are you terrified? Do you not yet have faith?" They were filled with great awe and said to one another, Who then is this, whom even wind and sea obey? Okay, so
they didn't make the connection right away.
Correct. They did not. So Job, God is saying to Job, and now in Mark, God is saying to the disciples, because Jesus is God. This is oftentimes, so we Bishop DeGrood used this just over 4 years ago in the early weeks of COVID. This story, especially from Mark, of Jesus asleep in the stern in the midst of the, and we as disciples today, not just Peter and the knuckleheads back then. Lord, don't you care that we're going through this pandemic, that we're drowning in this storm? And Jesus' response is, "Why are you terrified? Do you not yet have faith?" So we oftentimes point to this story for the reasons that I just said, like to remind, okay, do we not yet have faith in Jesus? What I want to highlight, though, this is very much related to that. Do you not have faith? Because I have power to stop the wind and the storm. I have power over the pandemic. As I often said in the pandemic, God was not surprised by the COVID pandemic. No. He knew it was coming. And yeah, there is our side. We need to trust in him and his divine providence. But I think, why do we trust in him? Because he has power over nature. He is not powerless before it. The reason that we need to trust in the Lord is that he is almighty and he is the creator who is creating all things and permitting all this stuff, even when it doesn't make sense, to happen. He is Lord, not just of my heart, but of all.
It's hard for us to let go of our own power sometimes. Thanks, Dr. B.
You bet.